Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Welcome back, all of you winners and losers, to episode 249 of Another Pod Do Not Relent. This is going to be, quote-unquote, one of our best episodes ever, because I've decreed it so. I'm Slidewhistle. Welcome.
Well, hello there, everyone. It's your boy Immunization in the best episode to be ever recorded of Another Pod Do Not Relent.
Every step that I take is another mistake for you, for listening to any other episode than this one. It's me, Aaron, Fire Mage Extraordinaire and Horde Punching Bag.
The World of Warcraft is ablaze with controversy. People are getting so mad again about all kinds of stuff.
So I'm going to assume, is this the infamous IRL Panda Bellular drama?
So I saw people talking about this. Can you guys give me a TLDR? Because I didn't care to look it up. I just saw that people were mad at Smelluar, and I'm like, we stay winning here.
You know what's funny? When I said that originally, I had no idea where that was going to take us. I was just hoping one of you would fill in a gap of some WoW drama you've heard, because everybody's always fucking fighting. I was thinking about how the Brewfest levels were tweaked because it was bugged or whatever, and people were mad about that.
I'm mad about that one, too. But I want to talk about Smellular. Oh, thank goodness. I was about to say, because TLDR, well, one, Brewfest is here. Yay! Cheers in the background. But you could only do the Korin Dire Brew dungeon on a level 70, which really ground my gears because I have like 78 characters, but only 3 level 70. So I was like, you telling me?
It used to be like that? Like, you didn't need to have to be max, right?
No, I don't know, because I remember running, and granted this was a different holiday, but I remember running like Haunted Horseman, Headless Horseman on Sergei Amanos when he was like level 20.
Okay, wait, so what did Big Bell do?
So, here's the thing here. I don't care. So I did not look into it, but essentially it was, I think really all it is Bellular came with his usual, like, the game is bleeding subs, the game stinks, the game is dead, and this IRL Panda, or Panda's in his call
he
sign.
called them out for being, like, so negative just for clicks, right?
Yes, he essentially has done what we've all done for years, and just been like, you're just talking about, you don't like WoW, but you're just talking about it because he gets you money. And
what, is that a revelation? Is that something new? Do people not know
I
this?
mean,
why don't we get coverage for this?
Because we don't go on Twitch to yell at him. But yeah, we have fostered a little meanie Bobini community who calls him on his baloney. But I think this is the first time that a big name clashed against another big name. This is the Godzilla versus King Kong of the fledgling WoW community.
I guess it makes sense. It's crazy because I feel like everyone does it. Taliesin does it all the time. Half of their shit is like doom and gloom. Like, is this the patch that kills WoW? And I'm like, guys, why? Where's the positive content, you dirty fucker?
I guess that's us. We're the unbridled optimism, except for every other week where we have a gripe.
Yeah, we have gripes about very specific and weird things, not all overarching things.
I mean, we were very negative going into Dream Surges, and they ended up okay. So, like, that's I don't know. We're not always positive.
See, we're willing to admit that we're wrong, which is often and purposeful.
Yeah, we're wrong all the time, on purpose.
But anyways, don't worry, everyone. It's not a deep-seated hatred. It's not a big beefer. After like 2 or 3 people weighed in with subtweets where it's like, I'm tired. It's the World of Warcraft, but that doesn't mean war happens outside. Panda already said, I didn't mean to come for him.
Probably
Sorry.
because he was being harassed by Belluar fans. I'm sure his
All
DMs
7
were
of them.
exploding. Well, you know how the internet people roll. They roll in tight clicks, and it takes a lot for them to leave.
But, so it's already over. We didn't even get to extract any juice. My big juicer, she is so unfilled.
Ugh, you gotta fill that juicer, my man. What are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to cause more drama then. We need to start picking fights with people. Wow a day. I'm tired of you. Stop what you're doing.
Please email us at donotrelentpod@gmail.com if you would like to partake in a feud.
I'm
Yeah,
calling
we're
out
willing.
Control Alt Wow. I want to feud with you because I think our audiences are not the same. So we could cross-stream our audience members. But don't tell them that. We're really fighting for a blood feud.
Controversy creates cash and listens, apparently.
Imagine the American Civil War that is like you and your raid mate. Like, I'm going to go into the trenches for Do Not Relent. Oh, I'm sorry. We've played together for 10 years, but I'm a huge Control-Alt-WoW guy.
I mean, I gotta say, if we are having podcast wars, I feel like we have one of the best battle cries for like a battlefield, right? Like just shouting "Do not relent." Control Alt WoW. I don't know. It's not as fun to yell. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, and our fans are called the Army, so like, you know, the DNR Army.
What are the Control-Alt-WoW fans even called? Page down F10. Those are
Actually,
just other
that's pretty
buttons.
good. That's pretty good.
Damn, I gave them ammunition. They're gonna win now.
And their war cry could be like, broken Matt Hardy's like delete thing.
Yes, it's perfect.
They said, we're gonna beat you up and send you home, which is a button that is on my thing twice.
Pigu. Is that what your guys' page up says, or does yours say page up? Because
Mine
PGU.
says page up, because this is a big streamer keyboard, even though I've never used its streaming functionality.
Yeah, none of mine in that section are abbreviated on my keyboard.
All mine are abbreviated. PGU, PGD, even home is HME. Like, really? We couldn't just put the O in there?
Yeah, just shrink it a little to get the O in?
I never realized that. And then, like, above it, I'm not even sure it's print screen, and I don't even remember what the other ones are, because it says SLK and BRK. Is that break? And what is SLK?
Silk. In case you
Roll-lock?
need to... You know what? That's probably it.
Do you guys have scroll lock? Sorry, guys, this is really riveting as we compare our keyboard keys. I'm so
Best
sorry.
episode of WoW ever. We guaranteed it, and we will deliver it to you.
Honestly, this may be the first ever WoW podcast that is discussing this, so I guess that's something.
Well, it's like how nobody ever, you have to compare how you drink straws with each other. You have to compare if you guys see pictures in your head. Aaron, can you conjure an image of an apple in your head?
No, and it's haunted me for years.
Oh my god, neither can Immune. I can.
Much like the synesthesia people, I think half you guys are fucking lying. People are like, I see it perfect. I see every dimple in the apple. And I was like, I can think of the word apple, but I cannot picture like a red guy in my head.
Yeah, like whenever I close my eyes and think it's just black, no matter what. Like,
Hey guys, I'm gonna make use of the poll feature, so use it. I'm gonna ask if you see images in your head or not. I'm gonna use it on Spotify. On Spotify polls, look at it if you have Spotify.
Oh, I thought this was a feature on our newly announced bluesky.net.
Oh, it could be.
DNR is on the sky now. You know who isn't? Aaron. So
well, we'll probably get another invite link. I'll send you one like tomorrow or whenever. But yeah, so we have a Blue Sky now. It's donotrelent.bsky.social.
I can't believe. Okay, it's so weird because to me, I can make an apple jump around. I can make it spin. I can fill it with syringes and have it explode. Like I could do whatever with it. It's just crazy to think that people can't do that. But defend yourselves. This is a debate now.
Oh no, man, you're just over here bragging.
Yeah. Well, honestly,
hey,
you
know what, Slidewhistle? This is the newest WoW drama. I'm tired of you claiming that you can see an apple in your head. We know you're lying. We know you just go back to the apple. You go back to the apple just to get engagement.
Oh, Aaron, so there's another part of this too. So when you dream, do you see things?
That one's tough because I can't remember dreams like 10 minutes after they happen.
My God, he doesn't see anything.
Every fourth dream, I can remember it like 5 minutes later, and then it's gone.
Very interesting. You know what? I think Thrall had the same talk with Garrosh before he killed him.
That's
Seems
true.
all
And
familiar.
Speaking of the dream, I'm pulling my time warp after so long.
Who are you on immunization holding on to it for like 2 months?
Fun fact, I was going to play the fun immunization game, but I wasn't prepared and could not come up with 4 good enough things. So we're returning to the old standard. There's going to be 40 seconds on the clock. I want the two of you to give me as many 10.2 raid bosses as you can.
10.2 bosses?
So, like, the upcoming raid that isn't here yet?
Yes, you've been looking at the Wowhead. Surely you've memorized these guys' names. Immunization done said them all 2 weeks ago.
Like, literally anything on the show, I forget about it the second after I say it, so...
We are beginning in 3, 2, 1, go!
Is this, do we fight Furyk? I think.
Fuck, that was the one I was trying to think of. Farak.
Keeper of the Grove,
Keeper
fiery
of the
version.
Grove, cleric version. Tree. Flame leader, Smokums. Leader of the Druid Flame, Sneakums.
Grove tender, something.
Grove tender something. Giselle Shabash.
Giselle Shaw.
Hopi Estapich.
Time! Oh, and Slidewhistle ties it with Hopi Eskaminkus.
Let's go!
Ooh, who is in my 7th grade math class. No, Immunization wins that with his 1 Fyrak Furyk is in fact the last boss.
Say some other names. Say some other names.
Me? Like the actual answers?
Yeah,
or...
yeah.
Okay, we also have Gnarlroot, Igara the Cruel, Volcaros, Council of Dreams, Laridar, Keeper of the Flame.
You have to give me Council of Dreams.
Nymoon, Weaver of the Cycle, Smolderon.
I was close.
You're Smolderon's best friend. You told us that.
If you mix the words that I said, you could get Smolderon, I'm pretty sure.
And Tendril Sage Swift, Seer of the Flame.
Tendril Sage Swift. Is that what you said?
Yes, Tendril Sage Swift. It is the new Fandril Staghelm.
I'll never forget that name.
Just some guy.
It'll be in my head forever now. All right, I'm going to drink my chalada. Oh, Beans, you made me drink in a drinking game.
The old standard. Also, for anyone keeping track at home, Volcaros, the 3rd boss, is in fact a proto-nippler. So I'm calling it now after, 303 days. Even though it's not out yet, but I'm talking about it now, so I'm ending the count. We finally have a new nippler.
For all our new fans, you gotta tell them what a nippler is, or a proto-nippler. You know, they need terminology.
A nippler is a boss, dungeon, or raid in which you fight only the upper half of it. A standard nippler is you fight it, as Slidewhistle once said, nipple to nipple. You only fight its front half. A proto-nippler, the arena is 360 degrees around it, so with proper placement, you can see their back. I guess
or their
just
little feet.
Or their little feet. Maybe I'll show the list again now that we have one more guy on it, so go to our many socials to find that.
Yeah, I'll put it on the Blue Sky too, but like, I forget, we probably have discussed this ago, but like, it's been a long time since we've done like the official like clarifications of like what classifies it as a nippler or a proto-nippler. Does it have to have a chest, or can it be like a non-humanoid thing?
No, because... Did we put the worm in Sephi?
That's what I was gonna say, like that, or like Taros.
We sorted these in an episode, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Taros was... So this is a big shakeup. We hung out with the Sephi for like a year and a half. I don't know if that worm's on it, but he's in. If Volcaros is in, he's in.
What worm? Who are we talking about?
The
Magmarex?
sandworm.
Magmarex?
No, the sandworm in...
Magmarex? Nippler?
No, Magmarex is just a giant thing that moved. Aaron's talking about the one in the Sephi where it is just a sandworm that like pops up and goes back under and has giant frontal cone. I forget its name though.
Yeah, I'm struggling. You know, my brain is just so in the Abbey right now.
Skolex, the insatiable ravener, is a nippler, and I don't think I ever done added him, which is such a shame.
We probably didn't think about it because he moves, and I feel like that's a thing as well. Like,
shit.
is that
he
like
does move? Damn. So,
but like but like each phase, before when he's not moving, I would say that's a nippler. So maybe this puts him at like proto. Then I don't know.
Maybe he's
this is the official diagnosis. He gets the same yellow highlighting that Aya the Jailer gets, where, in our heart of hearts, he just feels like he should be a nippler. Is he truly? Probably not. But Papa wants some new names on the list, so he's going to add Skolix.
Nippler at heart.
Nah, that guy's a nippler.
Nah.
Boy, oh boy, that sure was content. Oh, you're speaking of.
Yeah. So speaking of raids, so I fucking killed Sarkarath again. Didn't get my legendary again, but I will say it was still a pretty good week because the gaming dads invited me to their raid this week unprompted. I didn't even know they were raiding.
I did not think we were going to have follow-ups on the gaming dad. Someone get me a cold one. I want to hear all about this.
Yeah, so the gaming dads re-upped to go in the raid, and, they were having some struggles last week. I think we had an 18% wipe, so that's still pretty good. But, I don't know, I just kind of felt like they weren't going to get it. But they invited me this week on Tuesday after I had been searching forever. It's so hard getting into a pug group some weeks. I feel like there's only like 7 heroic aberruses to pug at a time. B, they're all filled with evokers already. And C, they're horde that have crazy requirements. So I was struggling to get in for like an hour and a half. Finally, I get an invite, and I'm like, oh, who's inviting me?
Oh, then it was the gaming dads?
Yeah, the gaming dads are the ones they invited me. I was like, oh, okay, I'll join them, I guess. And so I get in their voice call. We're hanging out, just chilling, and we got AOTC for them. It was their first kill as a gaming dads. I was like, damn, like kind of late in the season, but I'm glad I was there for it, helping them out.
I mean, hey, it's late in the season, but it's still not the final week. The gaming dads,
a lot of time.
They were able to squeeze it in much faster than the raiding cousins. Raiding cousins are still fighting. It's been so long, I can't even remember a single other boss's name.
I was going to ask you guys, does this feel like the longest in-between raid break for our guild in a long time?
Absolutely. Something about the pacing, I really don't like the pacing of this, because our guild has basically taken a break from raiding. And when that happens, the guild is kind of like in like a stasis, because everyone logs on, every so often. And it feels like, when are we out of this? When are we out of the weeds?
I guess when 10.2 comes, but we don't know when that is. I was just thinking, we've had 2 major content patches, 2 like newsworthy patches since we finished the raid. Like 10.1.5 and 10.1.7 have arrived, and my Tuesdays and Wednesdays have been completely free for months.
I feel like they should have made like a 0.5 raid, even if it was just like one boss. I don't know. There needs to be something more for, I think, the raiding people if this is gonna be the pace, because we're never gonna do mythic, right? Like, I think ideally this would be the time when you just kind of prog mythic, or you just try to prog mythic and see how far you can get. But like, our guild doesn't do that, and I don't blame them. Like, if you don't like mythic, you don't like mythic. The requirements can become so much more higher. But yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of odd. Especially when at the fucking pug for like 10 weeks in a row, and it's just hell, or it's super easy. It's like the weeks change so drastically.
And then I wanted to ask you, Slide, as well. I know that that like when I was like in the throes of trying to get the Rasbo, there's similar that there are a bunch of hunters in every group, but like people got to the point where they would just invite as many hunters as possible sometimes, just because they knew that the hunters know the fight, and like they won't fuck anything up just because they've had to do this fight so many times.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused sometimes when I'll be declined, and if you decline me, I'm gonna find out why you declined me. So whenever I'm declined, I whisper, and I'm like, but why though? Or I'm like, hey, why'd you decline me? And usually the answer I get is, sorry, too many evokers. And exactly what you're saying, I'm like, okay, but like, put me up against any of your evokers. A, I'm gonna beat them mechanic wise 100%. B, I'm probably gonna do more damage than them. Not to toot my own horn, but like I've been doing the Sark fight 173 times. Well, 100 and I guess 87 times, something like that, with all my kills as well. So like, I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous. But whenever I am in a group, there are a lot of evokers. So that strategy might be employed by the groups that I'm in.
Yeah, and at least it's like personal loot, so like they don't feel like they're like competing against each other like the hunters did. Like there were like two trains of thought with like the hunters. They're like, if there's a hunter leader, sometimes they're like, I want to be the only one. But then like sometimes they would just be like, oh fuck it, let's just invite them all.
That's why I'm really, really glad. I mean, I'm not entirely satisfied with the loot system, but I am more satisfied that we don't have item on reserve. Nobody else can have the Mace of Elandria. Only I can. And it's like, how can you? That's so stupid. Or like when they would kick every other like plate wearer so they get the tier, or like that shit was bullshit. But yeah, Gaming Dad's AOTC. I think this was actually my 19th kill. I think I've been off by a number this whole time. So it's kill number 19. I saw one Titan gem drop for another evoker. Everybody golf clapped for him in the corner. So hopefully next week, week number 20 is my week.
And if it isn't, then that maybe you miscounted again, and that next week's is also your 19th.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we don't have a raid coming. So watch, now that I said that, they're gonna fucking post something. They're gonna make it's closing soon.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I guess I'd want that. So, Slidewhistle, I'm so sorry, you're my friend. I need you to toil in vain. I need you to give it all, only to have it still the rug pulled under you, because I want to play 10.2.
And like, I think the legendary is still gonna be good in 10.2. So like, if I don't get it, I think I still might be farming it after the fact. Really, I just want to do the quest. I hope that they at least open the quest to people. Like, just give me something. Give me a fake toy to pretend I have it.
So, it is the season. Shall we talk about the changes in Brewfest?
Yes, because, surprisingly, there have been some.
Yeah, and I know that Growlina was passed out, or camping for, depending on how you look at it. She was there a little early.
Depending on if her mom's listening. No, I just slept in because I was staring out at the stars. Definitely was not drinking circus hooch with the gnome setting it up. But yes, Brewfest has come to town. Get out your sausages. Get out your beer hats. And Brewfest has come to multiple towns, because now there are fun little activities you can do in Valdrakken.
So, I have not participated yet in any of the Brewfest content. So, like, what was added to Valdrakken then?
Yeah, I've only actually been hanging out at the Brewfest fairgrounds on my main, and then my alt just does other shit. So, I've been living that Growlina lifestyle.
Well, over there by Fangly Hoots, down on the second level, the trading complex, our good friend Bragder Battlebrew has arrived, and he has two activities. I want to say daily, but I'm not 100% sure. So take that with a grain of salt. I have only done Brewfest the one day so far. Hey, 5:02 a.m. editing Aaron here. They are both, in fact, repeatable. Yay! But he has two activities for you to undertake. One is hopping on your dragon and soaking up sudsy bubbles. Get like 10 or 12 of them to fill a bar to 100%. Neat. The other is getting yourself a barrel of brew and rolling it like you're a cartoon character. Like you're riding a log
so
down the hill. Yes, I did. Well, I did the thing that you can also do that as a toy for 200 Brewfest dollars.
Okay, I have a lot of questions about the toy. So, how long does it last?
I don't know. I don't have the toy yet.
Oh, I thought you had it. Yeah,
no,
okay.
I said I've only done it for one day. No,
I thought you said and I've done it.
No, I have 180 Brewfest coins, though, because they give you coins from these two events, which means that first day you could almost like get something right there. Hey, everyone. 5:12 a.m. editing, Aaron. I made some coffee. The toy lasts for 30 seconds. But the actual mini game, I don't know. It's when you run into a thing, you lose some brew. But I only ever did that once, so then I had to do it again. The whole thing lasts maybe 30 seconds. It's not as tedious as all of the various RAM activities.
Ugh, getting the fucking Rams is annoying. I'll have you know, this year I was there for the opening bell of Brewfest. I was ready. I was at work. My boss. Wait, no, I'm not saying on the podcast. What if they find this one day? Never mind. I'm not saying that part.
They'll comb through videos of Brewfest announcement 2023, and they'll see your goofy little ass over there. Wait a minute. Bye. That's what you're going to be saying to the company. Bye.
But like, this raises a good question. Have any of us ever been there for like the opening bells of Brewfest before?
No, last year when we talked about Brewfest, we had to. Well, I guess Slide might have, but he described it in the Wowhead write-up. This is our first time being at the announcement.
Yeah, so it was funny. I was there. I think maybe like 4 hours early. I think I was there. We were parked. We were hanging out. There was like 8 people there as well. And they're like, when's this happening? Because they're trying to get the buff experience that happens, which we never seen this either, is when someone gives a speech in the morning, right? Isn't that what happens?
Gelbin gave a speech, and Vol'jin used to give the speech for the Horde. I don't know if his ghostly self withers on over or if they've replaced him.
Anwin does it now.
Anwin doesn't do it, I thought.
I think it changed. I think they changed who did it, I think.
Huh. All I remember was last year it was Gelbin because I remember putting the vocal effect on you. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's changed.
Yeah, I just remember earlier in the week, you posted pictures of like all the people that were there. It looked like there was a lot of people there actually for like when it first started.
Yeah, so when it first opened up, it's so funny how it just like you blink and everything just kind of pops in. It's really silly. And everybody ran to the fucking eating contest because everyone wanted to be the first person to win the very first opening bell. It was crazy. Everybody was watching and like commentating like on the 4 people who were eating. We had one Proudmoore representative at the table.
Well, did they win?
We had a Proudmoorian. I believe their name, I didn't take a screenshot of their name, but it was like Lilican. You know who you are. You're there. There was someone from Sargeras, someone from Thrall, somebody from one of those lame-ass servers with a goofy name, like Sockfoot, or like who the fuck, like, what is a server named after?
Slide, I can't believe you actually said it. We just lost our big Sockfoot listenership.
Oh, God.
They went to Control Alt WoW. Now we're really gonna lose.
Take your little sock feeded somewhere else. But, so people were eating, and our girl did it, the Proudmoorian, Lekatik, or whatever her name was. She gobbled those sausages down.
I can't wait for the report in the Proudmoore Gazette. Lekatik, whatever the fuck her name was, takes the gold.
She was challenged, but like people were literally like, everybody was cheering for their own server. Like you can see Sargeras people cheering on the Sargeras person, and I was like, no, fuck that person. They're eating too slow. Their form's all bad. And I was saying it in /say. So, like, I think they could see me say it, right? Can you see what words are being said while you're eating, or does it block out chat?
I think you'd have to be visibly in view. Like, you'd have to be behind them, and then the bubble comes up. It gets rid of the chat window.
The Proudmoorian person said, like, gulp, eating dogs, or something like that in /say, and I was like, huh? Oh, you can
This fucker was out here literally hot dogging, showboating. I'm glad you won,
during
Lilican.
the eating, they were so that not only were they winning the glizzy guzzling contest, they were also typing during it.
That's our Likatek.
Oh, if there's one thing to say about Proudmoorians, it's that we truly know how to guzzle down the sausage.
But also, I mean, that's very accurate. But also, I don't want it to escape me. The other big thing that's coming to the store is, remember the shield that you could get from the trading post? You can get that as a shield. It's literally the same model, which I have conflicting feelings about.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, wait. So it's the exact same model?
It is the exact same model. And if it was just the same, like, geometry, like, whatever.
What?
But, like, the banner is the same color of, like, tan. The same color of orange.
It's the same color? Like, that's weird.
So, like, I will eventually get it on Booty ATW, and I will make sure to wear both shields at the same time. Just be like, this is a lot. I'll be able to, because you can't see your shield on your back when you have a back piece, so I'll pull that shield off, and it will stay on my back as it goes to my arm.
That's bizarre. Does it give you beer?
Yeah, totally. No.
Oh, it doesn't actually. You can't interact with it?
Yeah, I don't know if there's like an on-use interaction yet. Actually, I don't think so, because I remember looking at the tooltip, and it was just like, is a cosmetic shield. You cannot have it on Growlina. And I was like, that's fine. I got a pander lady who's going through this too, because I am renewing my quest to get all of Corin Direbrew's goodies. It took me 3 years to get his RAM. I'm going for the Kodo. As well as a couple other fun things new this year, but I don't know what those are.
Oh, I just completely forgot about this until just now. And I think this happened in between our last recording and now. Did you guys see that they like are getting rid of the like thing where if you sold things, it would automatically put it in your team log?
Oh, the like if you sell a green, then it will like, oh, you've added this hat to your collection.
Yeah, that's what the news was, right? Like that they're going to be removing that or did remove that.
Yeah, they removed it because people were somehow exploiting with it, which makes me think what they probably were doing was selling it. It was being added to their appearance, and then they were undoing it with the item deleter, maybe, or buying it back, maybe, and you didn't lose the appearance on buyback, and you could sell it in the auction house. That's the only way I could think you could exploit that. But, like, how exploitable is that? I don't know. So maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's really annoying that they're removing that because I felt like it was perfect with, like, a bunch of the like add-ons that people have that auto sell junk was just selling, a lot of these things, and then like it was just nice that it was adding it to the team log.
Does it apply to greens, or do we know if it was all of them, like even the junk items?
Oh, the change that they're making? I'm not sure.
Boom, crash, slam. I'm smashing back into the podcast to say I have checked Corin Direbrew's loot table, and the only thing new this year is the renewed Proto Drake Brewfest armor, which is a lovely armor for your nasty Proto Drake man. He can hold little beers in his tiny shriveled hands. I wish. That would have actually, now I've made myself sad. That would have been really
way
cool.
Cooler.
But no, he just has like some garlands and beer mugs that are on the side of his saddle. But still, get it now before it goes away for a year.
What do you know what its drop rate is? Did you get it yet?
No, I've only run Corin Direbrew once on 2 characters, and all that dude gave me was monies.
I do kind of like the precedence that they're setting, though, that like different holidays are giving different dragon riding aesthetics.
Yes, because for those who did not know, and too bad, it's fucking over. Speak Like a Pirate Day was 2 days ago, I believe. And for 50K, you could have got a special pirate-themed armor set for your 4-legged dragon, your Drake, God's plan.
The one that's originally blue?
Yes, blue. If you're going by their God-given colors, the blue one.
I ended up buying it. I'm like, 50K is... I do think 50K is a little expensive for this, but I like the blue one. And I like the way it looked. So I was like, maybe I need to start using the blue one again, make a new customization.
The blue? Oh, you guys call them by the Highland Drake is what it is. They all can be blue.
Okay, fine.
Virgin proper dragon guy over here versus Chad color that it once was. Enjoyer.
I feel like the Virgin would keep the same color, wouldn't they? Because you're not changing it.
No, because they're really, really interested in dragons. When everyone knows that cool Chad Studley alpha males like me just memorize colors.
I mean, and the thing is...
temporary colors.
Yeah, no, like, I call it the blue one, but, like, mine currently isn't blue.
Speaking of cool, handsome alpha Chads, let's hear from Growlina.
Ooh. Him!
Welcome back to the most wonderful time of the year, Brewfest, and the most wonderful host, who is a wolf person, whose name contains the same letter in succession. Me, Growlina. I'm here today with Pearl. Pearl, every few hours, those damn pandas mess with the elementals and cause a ruckus. What do you think motivates them to do so?
What motivates anyone to do anything? This is Brewfest. This is their Olympics. They need to put up or shut up. They need to bring their all or soak home with their tail between their legs.
And based on the panda, that can be quite a large tail to tuck in chain. But with all the structural damage that these mischievous attacks cause, why do you think they keep getting invited back day after day, year after year?
Well, if you think about it, you have to drink beer to toss the mugs at them. So it's probably just a forced participation. Want to get your coins? Drink our product. Then you do, and then you want to drink more. It's just basic corporate America.
I've never thought of it that way. Is Big Dwarf using false attacks to push their products? Is everything I know about Brewfest a lie? I'm just gonna drink more so I don't have to think about the ramifications of this conversation. And I'll see all of you next week. Same wolf time, same wolf channel.
Not as good as
So what do you call a goblin mage?
I don't know.
A goblin who can spell.
You know my girl had to make an appearance. It's not the best episode of DNR ever without a check-in with the girl.
Growl gone wild. Careful with that one. That's dangerous.
Well, it is Brewfest, you know?
It's very underwhelming.
So WoW, or should I say, lead UX designer Crash Reed and assistant lead encounter designer.
Excuse me, Crash
Sanders.
Crash Reed?
Crash Reed is the name
like
of the
the
lead UX
Bandicoot?
designer. What is UX? What does UX mean?
User interface.
So this motherfucker designs the fucking grid that I move around that I still need bartender for?
The GUI. they design how you see the world with your bars.
Okay, now that I know the name of the person I need to fucking talk to, when is Crash Reed gonna make it so I don't need bartender? Fix the buttons so they don't make my numlock say num ... I want to see N8, N7, N5. It becomes unusable, Crashtifer.
Well, Crash will get on it once she's done collecting all the Wampa fruits in Tidal Trouble. That one's really tough.
But anyway, Crash and Taylor did an interview with MMORPG.com, which is crazy. That site still exists. And we got some more nuggets of information about 10.2. Just some small nugs, but enough for us to chomp on.
So tell us about these nugs. Are they crispy? Are they spicy?
Okay, well, Aaron's going to love this. We have some parts. So they asked about the Emerald Dream, and Crash Reed has this to say about the Emerald Dream in general. I am super pumped. Playing WoW since the beginning. Wait, that's the Ian voiced. I am super pumped. Playing WoW since the beginning, even Warcraft 3, all the discussions of the Emerald Dream and how cool it can be. My wife plays a druid. It's all she ever talks about. Crash Reed may have put in a little more GUI for the druids in here. Talk about basically how fun druids are and how great it is protecting the World Tree. So the man leading it, or one of the men in charge, big druid fan. Good news. He says that we're going to obtain a new fairy dragon riding mount early in the campaign. So that's cool. He talks about temporary power-ups. All right, yeah, whatever.
Temporary power? What? Crash better get on his skateboard or his bike from Crash 3, because Ian's gonna tan his hide when he hears that.
There's some things that pretty much were expected, right? While saving Emerge yourself from Farak, we will also work on new Renown track with the Jordans. Makes sense, whatever. Here's some storyline information, though. One storyline in 10.2 involves, if you want to leave now, get the fuck out of here, Viranoth and Raytheon, forming a kinship with one another. This feel of they are almost misfit dragons, and they don't necessarily fit in. So they form this really nice bond with each other.
Oh, I thought you were saying they were fugging.
I mean,
They better not be. Oh no, is that what it's gonna take to get Anduin to come home? He comes home to a warm fire and he's like, surely my beloved black dragonkins is here with me. And what's that? They're fugging in his bed, icicles everywhere.
Anduin's like, you're fucking the Winter Queen?
No, I know it looks like that.
But then I guess also the storyline where they're making their friendship bond. They're the two that reach out to the other allies spread out amongst Azeroth. They talk to the Thornir Storm Dragons of Stormheim and the Netherwing of Outland. Two groups who also remain apart from the primary Dragonflight. So they use the two freaks to be liaisons to the other freaks out there.
Are they forming the new Dragon Order?
DWO. That's not New Dragon Order.
NDO, I guess.
It's a Dragon World Order.
Dragon World Order. Do we think the one's going to be a big Valadjar model? I feel like it has to be. I feel like you can't be the leader of the Stormheimian Storm Drakes and then be like, I'm a troll.
I would love if like one dragon like is flying through and like you see this big like Volkir guy hanging off the dragon's feet, but he's just a dragon. He can fly, but he chooses not to because he's gonna be an awesome like Stormheim fighter. What is this? Like, why are you talking about this? The fledgling tree of Mirtracell serves as a setting for the new raid, okay? Which will include dragon riding elements. We know this, Crash Reed. Like, this isn't new information. Why are you talking about this?
Did you know that this portion of Dragonflight will use Dragonflight assets?
What?
We have a mount for the final raid boss, which is it's so good. It's a fire owl that's a dragon riding skin. It's entirely separate and it's a standalone mythic only mount. The first non-dragon mount to use a quote unquote dynamic flying system. Now this is interesting. Could this be the technology that bridges the gap and brings dragon riding to all? If a fire owl can have dragon riding animations, they're getting close, right?
So so I'm wondering, are there any other owl mounts that we can ride, or is this a brand new type of mount? And that's probably why, since it's a new one, they're just making it dragon rideable. So I wonder if they're going to do that going forward with all future mounts.
To answer your question, the only other owl I can think of is the really fucking weird. Is it priest? Is it druid? One of the classes I don't play in Legion got a mount that is
but it just has like an owl head and the rest of it's non-owl.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It has an owl head and a disgusting leonine body.
Yeah, I posted it in host chat. It's pretty much just a really big owl with even bigger antlers.
Oh, this thing is sick though. I wonder if they're... So you said this one's just from Mythic Fireack?
Yeah, it almost looks like a Mega Pepe. It looks like Pepe's like great-great-grandfather. Like Mega Pepe.
Pepe's horny grandpa.
I, for one, am excited for Dynamax Pepe, which I guess this guy is, just Pepe but big.
I will say, people who defeat Fireack on heroic difficulty and earn AOTC will receive a Shadow Flame Fireack manuscript for their dragon riding mount. It seems like everybody gets this. Look at this thing. It's awesome. It's just Shadow Flame Fireack.
Between that and the Brewfest mount, I feel like they're really trying to get me to use the little Proto-Drake guys. They're giving them a lot of heat.
I don't like them, though. I mean, like, this is cool, but, like, I think I would rather fly on a dragon or an owl, but, like, I'm probably never going to get that owl until, like, next expansion or something.
Well, would you rather fly around on regular Fireack? Because that's also a reward, but it can only drop sometimes. Everybody gets Shadow Flame, but the other one's really a one
weird.
drop.
So, for people who can't see at home, yeah, the Shadow Flame is just like he's crispy lava. And then the other one, Fireack himself, is just, he's a little oranger and his head is more on fire. Interesting that they just It's like they turned on a single particle effect. But I guess that's what I'd want from my drops is like, give me something cool and then make the cooler version. Like, I don't know, you turn on an extra light source.
And then at level 36, it evolves into an owl.
Yes. Also, I'm so sorry. Ann Stickney tweeted the owl's name out. Bonus tidbit, Ann says her name is Anurelos Flames Guidance. Wow, thanks, Ann.
Does Ann
Ooh.
give us any lore implications to this, or why is there an owl?
Flames Guidance. Oh shit! Wowhead just posted news on the 10.2 release date.
Did they really?
No,
like,
they
literally
didn't.
while
I
we were...
lied.
Aw, Beans, you fucking lied to me.
They did, but our man, I'm assuming this is Crash Reed, improved resource bar graphics for several classes in patch 10.2. Okay, Crash, I see you working. Work a little harder and bring us the other changes we need.
Yeah, I already got all the pets. I got the Stormwing Obama. I kind of ran out of stuff to do, Crash. In the next few days here, when I get all my Brewfest coins, I'll be back to, bumming for content. I'd love some updates. Maybe I have to kidnap your girlfriend.
Oh,
Your girlfriend who
whoa,
loves
wait a
druids so
minute.
much. Put her in some bonus levels. See if you can bounce on all 42 of the boxes in this bonus level to save her.
These are the opinions of individual members of DNR, not the company as a whole.
So, if I'm Cortex, which I assume I am because I'm fighting Crash, which villain do you guys want to be?
I am a hero.
He's Chunk. he's the one from the PS2 game no one likes. Hey, all. 555 editing, Aaron. The one from the PS2 game that no one likes name is actually Crunch. It is Crunch Bandicoot. I'm so sorry for mixing up my lore there.
Who did you say you were?
Oh, well, I'm Neo Cortex, the yellow man with the N on his head. But we've got plenty of good follow-up villains. We've got Engine. We've got we've got the Time Guy. We've got Dingo Dial. I think you'd be a great Dingo Dial.
I feel like Crash Bandicoot is the game of like that genre that I know the least amount. I don't even know if I even played a single Crash Bandicoot game before.
I played one on like PlayStation 1. I don't remember which one that would have been, but I did at some point play that.
Mortal Kombat's pretty good, let me tell you. Punch, 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 punch.
Are you not afraid of me in the least? When is, and I don't mean to dogpile on my good friend, when are we getting Megan Fox in the WoW studio? We've already had celebrities come in and give their voices. Megan's performance in MK1 is just so powerful. When are we getting her on the track, Ian?
But I think it's time. I think we can get her in. We can get some Sylvanas reworks done, and we'll all be happy by the end.
All I'm saying is, Naifu will be a prominent character soon, I assume.
Ooh. It's not my fault I like to summon the magic, okay? That doesn't make me a bad guy.
Well, speaking of summoning the magic, I'm going to summon some sexual magic by bringing us into our sexiest NPC of the week.
Oh, yes! Give it to me.
And you see, there's someone we've mentioned recently, and I just got a little hot and bothered. I just feel like we need to name her our sexiest NPC of the week.
Oh, who is it? Who is it?
Oh, let me just say, we're going to have a hoot and a holler, because I'm naming Fangly Hoot our sexiest NPC of the week, baby.
Oh, you gave me the old rope-a-dope. I thought it was our flying friend. Ooh, Fangly Hoots.
Also, I just want to say, this is probably one of the stupidest names like that they've introduced to this game, and I don't know if she was there since the beginning of Dragonflight or if she was introduced just because of the secret stuff. Do you guys know the answer to that? Because I don't.
First of all, Fangly Hoot is the name that really gets my loins tingling, if I'm being honest. And her first introduction was patch 10.1.5.
Brand new, hot to trot, and I just want to say, like, she gives pretty good head pieces, and they really are helpful.
Ooh, I said, Fangly, girl, you can meet me at 69 minus 69. And then she doesn't understand how to talk to people, so she said, okay, I'm on my way. She started running, and she's been gone for like a week. I don't know where she is.
Wait a minute. Was this long-term planning on your part, Immune? Did you also see this comment on Fangly Hoot's Wowhead article 20 days ago?
No, but do enlighten me.
20 days ago, Caffins posted under the Fangly Hoot comment section. Please hear me out.
The Fangly Hoot fan club.
Please hear me out. Fangly Hoot may very well be a brothel attendant. Now, wait a minute.
Huh?
Okay, I'm hooked.
My friend has noticed that several male NPCs will enter this room, then awkwardly leave while he was sitting in solo queue. Oftentimes, he will see one of the Dragonkin elites stroll in with a female blood elf, then walk right out after checking out the pillows in the room. What's more, something like 30% of this room is a giant and lavish bed. You want more proof? Fangly Hoot won't talk to you unless you have got protection. She literally says, not a word unless you're protected.
I'm sorry, is Caffins like us or something? The way he's talking about this NPC?
Damn, Caffins did our job for us. He dug up all the dirt. We were just making headpiece jokes, but my man filed a report.
I feel like I really need to go investigate this room now. I need to go AFK in there and just see what the hell is going on in Fangly's little brothel. And hey, I'm not saying I'm opposed. Positive sex work is sex work. We need more of it. Money is money, and head is head.
Do you think Fangly, who is a connoisseur of the grapefruit method?
She loves putting cats of cola in the grapefruit first, though, so it's all stitches your dick and shit.
You need to make sure it fits together like a well-oiled machine, like cogs and gears. And then when you've got it all lined up...
Well, I mean, so maybe Caffins just saw the three of us, like, several male NPCs. Maybe that was just us. Bringing her award to her in her giant love palace.
Well, Fangly Hoot, we're gonna check you out in your barber shop. Wink, wink. You're this week's sexiest NPC of the week.
Oh, and now time for the 3 best secrets of Azeroth. Our TTBBMMs. I'm going to go first.
Do it.
I have a top toot.
Toot-a-toot.
And it's just that Brewfest is back, baby.
Growlina's favorite holiday.
Yay. Cubby Bub and I are planning our annual Brewfest feast tradition. Stay tuned for that. It'll be real fun.
Are y'all out of recipes from the book, or do you have
Nope.
more that you can dive into?
We've still got things we can do. We just we like to balance, things that seem Brewfest adjacent. Like the old ultra cookies don't seem very thematic, but who knows if times are lean, well, I guess we have both cookbooks now, so the world is our oyster. Slidewhistle, what is your TTBBMM?
I got a top toot.
Toot as well.
I love that they added something that I want to chase in the Corn Dire Brew dungeon, and I get to have a reason to do it again. I am afraid that I'm not going to get it. That's a concern of mine, but for now, it's a top toot. We'll see if it's a bottom boot by the end of the season of Brewfest. What about you? What you got? TTBBMM.
I think this evens out to a medium moot.
Medium.
And it's basically that WoW has been doing a mediocre job so far of giving us, like, various strange events and things to work on. So, like, I went from the Kalimdor Cup to the Secrets to now Brewfest, which I'll be partaking in. And I just feel like I at least need a 0.2 patch announcement, like, date soon if I want to, like, actually feel motivated, if that makes sense.
Although, I don't know, because in past, when they have announced a date, that's me being like, okay, well, then I can take a break until then. And I know motivation, like the events are kind of low right now, but imagine how much lower they would be if you knew you get to just take a 3-week vacation.
Like, I don't know how much lower it can get, though. Like, I've resorted to, like, doing my whelp daycare and then, like, casually trying to get golds on all the other dragon riding races, like, around, the Dragon Isles. I'm like, what has become here? Like, in a few weeks, will I be pet battling or something?
God, please, Crash,
Do it.
please.
Get the safari hat.
Collect all of the magic gems in each level. Assemble all 36 of them and get us a 10.2 announcement. We're begging you. Just like we're begging you to listen to these lovely patrons. I'm talking about Command Sergeant Major Tijurla, fourth host of the podcaster Monkey, Ahoy Vince, Instinct/Drag Race, Azar, and Digital Dave. Mitch wants to remind everyone that Grathion isn't daddy, he's a literal child. Crucifix, Saracen Hawk, Jerome, Satius and Soup. Big Fat Ugly Bugface Baby Eating Adorno says, I. Raxity the Rubik's Master. Gershom, Big Papa Crispy's Big Mama. Wooly, Adam, Slidewhistle's Secret Admirer. I'm sorry, Secret Stalker. Ickis, Vanderlyle, D. Gibson, Slidewhistle says,
Fuck Craig.
and Will, a.k.a. Tire, Trade Chat's fallen father.
Send us all of your messages to donotrelenttpod@gmail.com. And donotrelenttpod@gmail.com if you couldn't understand what I was saying. We want everything. We want you to send us pictures of your grandmother. We want you to send us credit card information. Maybe some of your house insurance. Send it our way.
No, don't do that, listeners. No, please, no.
We want good things for engagement. You don't send us anything, we're going to have to take the Smellular route. We're going to have to be mean and bad for clicks. Ugh.
You can send all your personal checks to Slidewhistle at navarracoffin@gmail.com. What about you guys? Where can we find you around?
Well, you see, you can find me, Alex, or Immunization on Twitter at New Era Alex, on, I guess, Blue Sky now at just like Immunization. You can follow our podcast Instagram account at Do Not Relent, our podcast Blue Sky at Do Not Relent. You could go to our podcast Discord at DoNotRelent.com.
We got a lot of stuff. Don't worry. I'm officially setting up a link tree. Go to any social media. There will be links to every other social media.
Well, fancy.
Yeah. But in the meantime, you can visit me at Twitter. I used to say X, but someone said you're a limp dick cum slurper if you say X. I was saying
we basically said that, but nicer.
Yeah, I was saying it as a joke, but I don't want people to think I actually call it that. You can find me at Twitter for now at The Big Cheesy. Read the show's literary musings at donotrelent.livejournal.com. I just wrote a new one. Go check it out.
Read it.
And of course, watch me play videograms at twitch.tv/AaronDNR.
Watch it. Live it. Eat it. Dream it. Breathe it. Fuck it. No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
And remember,
Another down. Do not relent.
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.